Report cards are generated after the assessments have been compiled. In this video, we're going to look at report card settings and all the details contained in a report card. To generate the report cards, we go to the Classrooms entity. But before we can generate the report cards, we need to update the report card settings. The first one we have is days school opened. These are the number of days the school opened for the current term. I'm going to put 200. Then the next one is next term resumes. This is the next resumption date. So the resumption date for the next term. So for here, I'm going to put January the 3rd. And here we have set report card type for all classes. Report card type can be grade based or position based. This is a generic way of setting the report card type. I'll explain more on this when we generate a single class report card. We're going to generate report cards for Primary 1 Gold. At the bottom of each report card, there's a section for skills and behavior. This is where we can put the value for each attribute. So as you can see, for skills, we have handwriting, fluency, games, sport, gymnastics, handling tools, drawing and painting, crafts, musical skills, etc. We also have the behavior, and these are the attributes here. You can set these values by clicking on a number for each attribute. When done, you click Save. Then move to the next student. Alternatively, if you like to insert random values for each attribute, there's a button you can press to insert these random values. This is called the auto-populate skills and behavior. Clicking on this will insert random values between 5 and 3 for each attribute. So for this example, I'm going to use this feature. Random values inserted. I'll click on OK. You get to see where this applies once we generate the report cards. When there are issues with the report card, you get to see this message displayed at the top right corner of the screen. Clicking on it will give you details of the errors. So as you can see, we have incomplete skills and behavior records. So if we hadn't done skills and behavior, this would show in red and it will display the count. Students with incorrect subject count, we have 1. I'll come back to this. Students with no assessment records, 0. Offline report cards generated, yes. This is because I've previously generated offline report cards for this class, but by default this should be no until you actually generate the report cards. So back to this error, we have 1 student with incorrect subject count. So clicking on it will display the name of the affected students. So here we have Melissa Anthony. If you recall, this was the student we created in one of the assessment sheets. So this particular student only has 1 subject. This is why the system has picked it up as incorrect subject count. So all other students have 5 subjects on their report card except this 1 student, which was the new student we created. Again, we'll get to see this once we generate the report cards. Next, we have the report card type. This can be grade based or position based. The difference between these two is that the grade based will display a grade as opposed to a position, and the position based will display a position. This can be set individually for a class. We previously set it globally for all the classes, which is why once you open any classroom, the report card type is automatically set to grade based, but you can set it individually for a class. So I can change this to position based. The next one here is academic term. This allows you to generate report cards for previous terms, but as you can see, we only have 1 term's report cards, which is for 21/22 first term. So supposing you want to generate report cards for the previous term, if it exists in the system, you can select it and generate the report card for that particular term. At the left, we have class attendance. This is an optional feature that allows you to display each student's total class attendance. This also uses an Excel sheet data input. So to begin, we download a data template. We'll enter the total attendance days for each student. Remember, we set the total days open for the school as 200. So values here should be less than or equal to 200. We'll save, close, and import. These values have now been imported successfully. Click OK. and we can see our values here. Now we're ready to generate the report cards. We click on Class Report Cards button and confirm by clicking yes. And these are report cards in PDF format. We'll select 3 and have a look. So at the top we can see the school header, we can see the logo, we can see the student name, the student reference, the class, the total number of subjects. Here we have the attendance that we imported, and we have the dates, and this is a position based report card, so we have the position here. If it was a grade based, we just have a grade. And here we have 5 subjects. We have the CA1, CA2, no CA3, no CA4. We have the exams, we have the total, we have the grade, and we have the subject position, and we have the remarks. At the bottom we have the scores breakdown. Total subjects is 5, total scores 412, available scores is 500, and the percentage total is calculated as this, which is 82.40. And the class highest we have 91.20, class average we have 83.84, and the assessment percentages. So here we have CA1 as 10, 30 and 60, just as we specified. Then here the skills and behavior, these are the values we randomly inserted, and this is the key to skills and behavior rating. So 5 is excellent down to 1, which is very poor. And here we have the form teacher's remark. This is automated, this is personalized for each student, and it generates the text based on the results. So John performed excellently in music. I believe he can do better in creative arts. Stay focused. So if we take a look at music, we would notice that music is the highest, and if we take a look at creative arts is his lowest, which is 68. So the system automatically generates a text based on the results and using the student's name to generate a personalized text. So if we take a look at the other students, you can see it's a different text that has been generated as well. Then if you take a look at the third one too as well, the name is being stated here, and again we have Henrietta performed excellently in agriculture, a brilliant result in general. So we can see that agricultural science is the highest, however she scored A's in all the subjects, so it's generally a good result. At the bottom we have the head teacher's signature. If it's a secondary report card, it will display principal's remark and signature. So this is the signature we imported into the system. We'll cover importing images into the software in a different video. So here is the head teacher's remark, and here is the school resumption date, the one we specified. Similarly, there are other options to generate cumulative results sheets and broadsheets. The cumulative reports will be generated in the report card folder. So the report cards folder is in the main software folder, which is U3Tech. In U3Tech we have report cards, and then we have the class. This folder is titled with the class name. So inside the folder we have the cumulative report cards and the normal report cards. So these are the report cards we just generated. Again, we're going to view 3. So this should be generated in third term. So as you can see, we don't have a second term and a third term, and beneath it you have the class positions and you have the overall class positions. Next, we're going to generate the broadsheet. The broadsheet allows you to see each student's subjects and their totals. You can see the percentage total, the class positions and the overall positions, and even the grades. Again, this is contained in the report card folder. So if you take it back, this is the file that just opened.